You want to start live streaming and you don't really know how in 2024. Well, this video is showing you a more in-depth look on what you need and how to set up a live stream. If you're here from TikTok, welcome. Hit a subscribe button, and if you're not following my TikTok, I go live all the time on TikTok. So if you have any questions, definitely check me out there. The link's going to be in the bio. So let's go back to my original question. You want to start live streaming right here in 2024. I'm going to tell you guys what you need to start live streaming. Now, some things are cheaper than the other things, and that's just the way it is about live streaming. Let's go ahead and start with a few ways you can live stream on a budget. So if you own a console like a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and an Xbox One, your system has a built-in function that you can start live streaming from YouTube and Twitch. So you have to make an account for YouTube or Twitch, and then you can literally start live streaming. But let's be honest here, live streaming doesn't work if they can't see your face. I'm sorry to say it. So I will say I've done this method before on my PlayStation. I'm sorry, I've not done it with an Xbox. So everything I'm saying about the Xbox, I'm reading on Microsoft's forums. So for PlayStation, whether it's 4 or 5, you're going to need a PlayStation camera. The PlayStation 5 camera is $60. You can get it. It's all right camera-wise, but it gets you out there. And if you're on Xbox, you can use any camera that has a 1080p in it. It'll cost you a little money to have that webcam, but it's out there. It's actually super easy. So if you want to live stream to places like TikTok or have a better, much different overlays, well, you're going to need a computer. I've done this on PCs. I've done this on Macs before, and I'm going to be honest with you, you want to try to get a good high-powered PC. I have a gaming PC right now because it pushes a lot so I can actually live stream without killing my CPU. But I have done this on Macs before, and it's not impossible on Macs. The only problems with Macs are they're not built to really live stream a lot. Not saying you can't. I'm not saying that you cannot use a Mac, but I'm saying you should definitely look for a Windows product. Now, I've used gaming PCs. I've used just PCs in general, and they all work as long as you're not really overdoing it. So now that you have the PC out of the way, you're gonna need a capture card. The leading brand for capture card is going to be Elgato. That's all I've ever used. I've had all kinds of Elgatos, the ones you plug into your PC, the ones you actually put into your PC. The one I'm currently rocking is a Elgato HD60X. So if you're playing on a PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and S, or even PC, you're gonna want to get a capture card that is at least an HD60 plus. For some odd reason, the Elgato HD60 does not support the PS5. So if you have a PS5 or an Xbox Series S and X, it's not really going to support it in the best features. There is a lot of other budget-friendly capture cards that you guys are going to have to do research on because, again, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm only going to tell you what I've used and what I'm using. Essentially, the capture card is capturing everything on your game to put it on the PC to go to Twitch or any other streaming platform. Now, depending on what capture card you get, you're going to run anywhere from $100 to even $300. My suggestion is trying to find a used capture card because capture cards are a lot of money. But like I said, you have to get something HD60S plus and above. So the next thing you're going to absolutely need is a camera. And I guess technically earlier I said you didn't have to have a camera, but let's be honest, you need a camera. Now, not just a camera, you can have a camera or a webcam like right now. Look. So the next thing you're going to need is a webcam or a camera. Now, I know earlier I said you didn't technically need it, but let's be honest, you want a webcam. You want people to see your face because you want people to pick up your stream. They want to see what you look like. Now, this camera that I'm looking at right now is my Sony ZV-1F. Retails at about $500. And I got it on sale for $330 from Best Buy. This camera seems to always be on sale, so if this is something you want, definitely check out, but you don't need something like this. You can go to Walmart and get their on-brand one for like $40 and it'll do the trick. A lot of webcams that you get are USB, and you just got to know what to do and how to use them. For example, this Sony ZV-1F is a $500 camera, and I have no effects on it whatsoever. It's just the lighting. This right here is a USB camera. It is a Logitech C922. It's actually still one of the leading webcams you can use for live streaming. And as you guys can see here, this is what the webcam looks like plugged in. Now, you're going to need to go on an app and figure out, kind of what to do, how to make everything good. Your lighting's going to be key, but lighting's not really something you need. As long as you can see your face, it's all fine. And you can pick up that webcam for less than $100. In COVID time, that webcam was like a $200 webcam. But there's other webcams you can look up like the Elgato face cam. There's actually one that's really, really great quality and really, really affordable. It's this camera right here. Yes, you can use your phone as a webcam. A lot of the times you just plug it in on your PC or on your Mac and you can use your camera and screen share and all that stuff. There is an Elgato app, the Elgato Facecam app. that you can use. You can plug it in, or it could just be Bluetooth. But right here, this camera, this has way more quality than a lot of webcams. Or you can go get a Walmart webcam for like 20 bucks. A lot of cameras and webcams just depend on the quality of camera and your lighting, honestly. I've been through it all. I've had a Logitech C922, which is the USB webcam we just seen. I had a C920. I had the Elgato Facecam. I've used my phone. I've used a high dollar camera before. Definitely don't break the bank if you're starting to live stream. Trust me, it is not worth it. Do as much little as you can and build your way up to getting a $500 camera. So the last thing that you're going to absolutely need is a microphone. You're going to want to have good high quality content. You're going to want to have your streamers listen really, really crisp. Right now, I'm using an Elgato Wave 3 microphone. Yes, if you haven't noticed already, I'm a big Elgato fan, but the Elgato Wave 3 is a great microphone to have. Other ones that I've owned before is a Blue Snowball and a Blue Yeti. Those are the most popular ones to get. You can get these at Best Buy for like, I think less than $130. Any microphone's going to work. It just all depends on your software that you're using and what the microphone you use is. The thing that I like a lot about content creating and live streaming here lately is the fact that you can go to Walmart and get a lot of budget-friendly stuff. You can probably make a streaming channel / content creation for less than $100 at Walmart. That's everything you're going to need to start streaming. And again, doesn't matter what computer you use, all these work the same. I would definitely, if you're going to do a Mac, if you have a MacBook or just a Mac in general, you're going to need some sort of thing with a lot of USB ports. So the next thing you're going to want to do is your research on OBS and Streamlabs OBS. These are two softwares you can start streaming from. I've used both, but it's been a long time since I've used Streamlabs OBS. I've used OBS a lot. I'll tell you my quick pros and cons to both. So if you're going to use OBS, a lot of people do. OBS is a lot easier to use if you know what you're doing. It's kind of the transition you take from Streamlabs OBS. OBS also does not use a lot of your CPU, which is huge when you're streaming. If you have a great computer, you want to use less CPU. When I've used Mac before, I used probably about 40 to 50% of my CPU when I was live streaming, which essentially, if you don't know what CPU is, it's how bad your computer is running everything. The less you're doing it, the less strain it's putting on your PC. The more CPU you have, the more strain it's putting on your PC, which can lead to choppy frames, drop frames, stuff like that. So the cons about OBS is it's a lot more technical. You really have to know what you're doing, but there's a ton of stuff you can do if you know what you're actually doing on OBS. So for Streamlabs OBS, it is essentially the starter set of live streaming. If you don't really know what you're doing, Streamlabs OBS is what you're going to want to use because everything is pretty much there. You can use templates. And if you have Streamlabs Pro or whatever it's called, they're going to have a lot of different defaults that you can use. It is just really beginner friendly. Like if you're like, I'm going to start live streaming, I have a camera and everything, I just don't think I'm technical enough to use OBS yet. Streamlabs OBS is the way to go. They have a free version, or you can pay and get a lot of like 3D stuff, your starting soon screen, and you get unlimited for like $19 a month. Streamlabs OBS uses a ton of your CPU, and you're not getting your full quality from Streamlabs OBS, whereas OBS, you can actually stream 4K, and Streamlabs OBS, you really can't. Honestly, it's your call though, but you're going to need a streaming software to use, and those are the two leading ones. However, though, if you're wanting to stream on TikTok, you're going to need to meet the TikTok requirements, which I think is like 1,000 followers, and then you're going to need to download the TikTok Live Studio app, and everything set up there is going to be a lot similar to Streamlabs OBS or OBS. You're going to need to add your gameplay, your camera, and everything like that. Hopefully this video does help you out. I tried to go as fast as I can and not really complicate everything. I know videos like this can go on for 30 to 40 minutes and nobody has time to do all that. So if you have any questions, come check out my TikTok. I do go live on TikTok. I do kind of start doing multi-streams. I haven't done it yet of filming this video, but I'm going to be doing multi-streams. So definitely if you have any questions or if you need anything, all my social media links are down below. If you see me on TikTok, go live and we'll try to figure it out from there. But that's going to do it on this video, guys. Thank you for checking it out. Make sure to hit the subscribe if this has helped you out, and hit a like button. Go follow all the socials down below. And until next time, guys, I'll see you then.